thousand stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whispers of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Oh, it's love so undeniable. I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable. I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Well, morning everyone. It's lovely to see everybody, and it's lovely to be able to share this morning. And I'm just going to share a few thoughts really about the conference that we went to, the B conference, which is based very much on this book, on the B book. And the conference was cancelled twice due to COVID. So finally, we got to go in March, which was absolutely amazing, because I don't know about you, but it was like I didn't think it was ever going to get there. So it was absolutely fantastic to be able to go. And do you know what? It was just lovely to be with lots of people. And I wondered how it was going to be going into a room of like hundreds of people after, not being with that many people. But it was amazing how easy it all sort of all came. So it was absolutely wonderful to be away and having meals cooked for you, and just to be in God's presence. It was just absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to share just some simple thoughts, because I like things simple, because if it's simple, I can remember it. On the Sunday morning, we had this, what's called a lazy Sunday morning, where we were able to do crafts. And the first craft I did was to decorate a stone. And as I was decorating this stone, I thought, I want to put on this stone things that I want to remember, that I want to take away with me from this weekend. So I decorated the first side. Here's my stone. I don't know if you can you? No. There? See? Yeah. So I thought, I'll put bee on because it's the bee weekend. And I drew a daisy because daisies are my favourite flowers. So I thought, I'll do that. And then I thought, I've got 1, 2, 3 sides of this stone to fill in. So what 3 things do I really want to take away from this weekend? So I thought, I want to be present. That was my first thing. I'll expand on this in a minute, present. Then I thought, I want to be still. Be still. So be present, be still. And the last one, be you. I want to be myself, be you, be who I'm supposed to be. So those are the 3 things that I want to share with you this morning. So the theme was be, so it's be present, be still, and be you. But I'm not going to do it in that order. So if you're writing that down, maybe I'm not going to do it in that order. I wanted to start with be still. And Psalm 46 verse 10 says, be still and know that I am God. I don't know about you, but I find it hard sometimes to be still. We all live really, really busy lives and thinking about, the next moment, what am I going to do next? And it's really hard to sit and be still. But, going back to lockdown, I didn't really have a choice. I was furloughed. I was very fortunate to be furloughed. So I had a lot of time to myself and to be still. And of course, we couldn't go out much. There was no traffic or hardly any traffic. And it was almost like you were put in that place to be still. And, the birds seemed to sing differently and things seemed to be so different without that noise around. So in that time, it was easy or easier to be still, but life's got back to normal now. And there's this one thing that I wrote down from the weekend, and it says, we need to position ourselves to listen. We need to position ourselves to listen. That was easy when I was furloughed to listen. But now my life's back to normal. I've got to make sure that I position myself to listen to God. How can God speak to me if I'm so busy and I'm so thinking about the next moment? How can God speak to me like that? I'm too caught up with everything that's going on for God to speak to me. Psalm 23, which Hayley actually quoted this morning, which I thought, that's great. The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. I think we've got to allow God, and I've got to allow God to lead me in that place where he can speak to me. And it's only when we allow God, I think, to do that he can speak to us. And I've written this down as well. It's only in solitude that we begin to find ourselves. As we are quiet and sit in his presence, we make ourselves available for God to speak to us. If we're always rushing around and doing whatever, how can we hear him? There's too much noise around us. So that thing on my stone, be still. That's what I need to be. I need to be still, find time to be still and to let God lead me and let God speak to me. The next bit was be present. Be present. Be present in each moment. That's what I felt God saying to me. Be present in the moment. Again, like, we can be so busy that we get caught up in everything, but we don't stand still and think, wow, I'm really enjoying this moment. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1 says, for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. Sometimes it's just good just to pause and remind ourselves to enjoy each moment. I remember when I first had Becky, and I can remember people saying, oh, just wait till she's 6 weeks old, it will get better. Or just wait till they walk, or wait till they walk, you've got to get those ornaments down, not that we had any. Or just wait till they lie in, just wait till they're teenagers and they lie in. And I can remember thinking, I'm going to enjoy each moment, each season that I am in with our children. I am going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy that season. And believe it or not, one of my favourite seasons was when they were teenagers. And I think most people think, oh, no, not teenagers. But actually, we had so much fun when our children were teenagers. It was very noisy. It was extremely noisy. And I can remember once Dad phoning up and saying, he was talking to me on the phone. He says, have you got a party in your house? I went, no, that's just our girls. So, it was a really good time. And I can remember my cousin, she had her children, like when ours were teenagers, she started to have her children. And I remember saying to her, just enjoy each season when you have your children. And a couple of years ago, she said to me, Dawn, do you remember what you said to me when mine were babies? And I said, what did I say to you? And she said, enjoy your season. And you're right, and we have. And do you know what I thought? Sometimes we keep our knowledge and those little bits to ourselves. And I think it's really important that whatever you have learned is to share it with others. If I kept that to myself, I don't know, they might have enjoyed each season, I don't know. But because I shared that, they benefited from it. So, when you get that piece of knowledge, share it. You can share it in a loving way. It doesn't have to be in a teachery way. But, just share that knowledge that you have accumulated over the years. Just share it. Another thing that I think that I got from it as well is about enjoying each season that we are in. I noticed that when we were away, there were young teenage girls, and you got the whole spectrum going to, I don't know how old the oldest person was. It could have been 80-ish, I don't know. But you know what? You didn't see people's ages. You saw them. You saw past that. And I think that's important. And I think that's, as a family, we see and value everybody, whether they're young. In Timothy, it says something about being about young and using your talents, but also it's about when you are older, all those things, those lessons that you've learned. We are always learning, no matter what season we're in, we're always learning. And I think it's important to value the stage of life, wherever you are at, is to value that stage, because seasons come and seasons go. But I think it's important to enjoy and to value the season that you're in. So being present in the moment is really important. A couple of Saturdays ago, it was really, really busy. We had a really busy week, and Sean and I, we just felt we needed to go out and have a little walk. And all we did, we went to Clent, and we were there probably 2 hours maximum out the house. That's all we were. And we walked up the hills, and we stood on the top of the hills, and we looked. It was a sunny day. It was cold, but it was sunny. And we looked and we thought, wow, this is so beautiful. you can't believe what is going on in the world, where you can just see all this beauty around. It was amazing. It was just pausing and enjoying the moment, enjoying that space in the day, just a bit of space. And when we came back, we felt so refreshed, and that moment kept us going. It was just a time of refreshing. So whenever you can get that space just to stop and pause and just to drink in the moment wherever you are. So be present in each moment. And the last thing, probably the biggest thing this is actually, is be me. Be me, be you, be who you are. On the first night, we were singing and worshipping together, and I got this picture of a rainbow, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I was reminded of God's promise. The promise that I remember, but what I felt God was saying to me was, I will never leave you or forsake you. I love you. You are my child. Then I felt God saying my name, Dawn. I will never leave you or forsake you. I love you. You are my child. And you know what? When I heard my name, it made all the difference. I felt tears come into my eyes. I just felt loved and valued because God was calling my name, Dawn. I was reminded that God is a personal God. He knows everything about us. He knows what you're thinking right now. He knows what situation you're in right now. And he cares about you right now. And the way he speaks to us is different. And it's fine for God to speak to us in different ways because we're all different. For me, I tend to see pictures or nature or things. That's how God speaks to me. But God speaks to us not in the same way. Might be totally different for you, and that's okay. That's good. Because God knows and he loves us and he knows what we're like. He knows the details in our lives, and he knows that we each have a purpose and that we are unique. You know, another statement that stood out for me was, we see other people's successes and our failures. I'll read that again. We see other people's successes and our failures. How true is that? It is so easy to see successes in other people's lives and look about, oh, what am I doing? Oh dear, what have I done? What have I accomplished? You know, it's so easy to do that. But you know what? Everybody has successes. You know, the one thing that we did once, which was I thought was really quite powerful, was that we had a piece of paper. We were in a group, and we had a piece of paper each, and we wrote our name at the top. And then what you did was you passed the paper to the next person, and they wrote something about you on that paper, then folded it over so nobody else could see it, passed it to the next person so it went round the circle. At the end, you got a piece of paper and you opened it up and wow, did people see me like that? It was really, really powerful because you don't see what other people see and what God sees in you. You are amazing. You have done so much, and just the little things that you do make a difference. So I found that really, really powerful. And you think, well, I was thinking, well, how can I become the best person that I can be? And one of the scriptures that was quoted was Romans 12, verse 2, which says, let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. And it's let God. That's what stood out for me. Let God. You know, sometimes we try really hard to change ourselves and to make ourselves better. But this verse is saying, let God do it. Let God transform you into the person by the way you think. carrying on in that chapter, verse 9 says, don't just pretend to love others, really love them. That's another thing that stood out to me. You know, we can't, it's not about pretending to do something, but it's just loving people with pure motives, isn't it? That people can see through us, can't they? So it's loving people with pure motives. Another thing that I found really powerful that as I was mulling these things over is that people can't see God in the physical sense. People can't see God, but people can see you. People can see me. And I need to allow God to be shown through me by my words and actions and my actual presence in a room. So I found that really, really poignant for me, that people can't see God, but people can see me, that I can make a difference, that you can make a difference. And I was thinking, well, how can I make that difference? How can I be different in my workplace, in my family, wherever I am? And what I've found is if I pray, like on the way to work, or pray before I go somewhere, I'm making a conscious decision. I'm focusing on that. And I don't say I do this every day, but I try to do it every day, to say, Lord, just help me to be you today in any way that I can be, whether it's just smiling at somebody, whether it's not saying anything at all, or whether it's a word or just an action, just being conscious that I am carrying your presence today. And I think that's important, isn't it? That wherever we go, we are carrying God's presence. I just want to leave you with a little thought. So I've covered all that I've wanted to cover. So this be. So be, I'll go to my order, be still, be present, be you. But I want to leave you with this thought. On that last day when we were doing the crafts, I did some planting. I planted some seeds in some compost. I don't know what the seeds are, there's some kind of flowers. But do you know what I did? I left it. We were given this bag there, and I left it in the bag. So I'm going to show you what I did. Here you go. A pot with some compost in with nothing happening. Nothing at all, because I did nothing. So nothing happened. But if I put some water in this and put it in the sunshine, hopefully something will happen. And you know what? I felt God say to me, Dawn, if you do nothing, nothing is going to happen. But if you just do something, just a little bit of water, a little bit of sunshine, then something will happen. And I just thought I'd leave that thought with you today, that if you do nothing, nothing's going to happen. But if you do something, something will happen.